Hey guys, Pastor Tarina here. I only stopped by for a moment just to share a dream that I had last night. It startled me. I will say that it startled me, but it's just a point that we need to intercede and pray and have an ear to hear what the Lord is saying in this hour on strategies and what to do. I'm gonna dive right into the dream. So in the dream, I was driving my school bus, and my students were a little more rowdy than normal. They're not really rowdy kids on my bus, but they were a little more rowdy. And then one of the little kids came up and he said, "Miss Rogers, I can't sit down because my back hurt." I don't think that has anything significant to do with the dream, but I'm just giving you all the detail. And I said, "No, you just got to go to the restroom. Sit down. I'll get you home shortly." So as I was turning the curb, my bus kind of swerved out like it was like losing traction. And I ended up going down this alley. And as I was going down this alley, I was, the kids kind of like, because we kind of lost traction a little bit. So I was getting ready to go call in the dispatch. But as I was going down the alley, there was all these people, these houses that looked like off of that movie. There's things to come on called In the Heat of the Night. It was like real impoverished. It was real bad. And I'm thinking, people still living like this? But they would seem to be kicked up and enjoying themselves, just kind of chilling or whatever on the porch or whatever. And I'm going down the alley and I kept saying, something is off. Something is off. And so I called into dispatch and I was trying to get in touch with dispatch and nobody answered. And I'm like, well, what is going on? They always answer. So as I got to the end of the alley, like where there's a street crossing to come out, there was this lady came on our radio at our station, at our hub where I work at, and it was like, "This is W something something news. We are under attack." And I'm like, this is real, because why is she there at the dispatch giving this announcement? Now I got all these children on the bus. I pull out at the end of the street and I looked up to my left and there were plumes of smoke and like we were under war. It had been going on and we didn't see it. And it was a sudden attack. Nobody was prepared. The United States wasn't prepared. It was an outright attack. There were buildings that were on fire. There was you could see where they was dropping bombs. And it was downtown. Now I want to say it was downtown, wherever it was, whether it was Seattle or it was Jacksonville, it was downtown. I remember that because I remember seeing the Independent Life building that's in Jacksonville. But then I also saw the Space Needle. So it was downtown, whatever it was. I guess that would just signify that it was downtown area where I saw this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. You all get on your phone and try to call your parents, see if the communication works. Because in my mind, in the dream, I knew when the war broke out that they would shut down communication. And I got ready to get my phone to try to call to see if I can get somebody on the phone. And there was nothing. I couldn't. I actually woke up at that part of the dream before I can, the signal going out whether we can connect with anybody. But the gist of the dream is that we don't know what's coming, but we know something's coming. We are to be on alert. This is a code red time in the spirit. Listen to me well. This is not a fear thing. This is an alarm, a spiritual alarm that's being sounded for what's to come. We don't know what it's going to look like, but we need to be ready. The alarm the bells have been sounding. The prophets have been speaking and saying what thus saith the Lord and what God has given them in dreams and by the Spirit. And so we need to take heed. See, the problem with us as people, we are reactive instead of proactive. We need to be proactive. We need to do this before. We need to be interceding for our nation. We need to be interceding for our families. We as the laborers need to be on point and how can I say it? Be ready at all times. When God give it to you to minister somebody to the harvest of the people that don't know Christ or know of him but never have accepted him to come in and become Lord. I'm not saying this is gonna happen tomorrow, but God gives us warning to prepare. That's how much he loves us. He gives us warning to prepare. Intercessors, we need to be praying and interceding in this hour. Gatekeepers, be on post. We need to be praying and interceding and hearing the instructions from the Lord. Again, this is not a fear base. The dream scared me really bad. I woke up in a literal sweat. The dream scared me, but it was enough to see the seriousness. And I believe that's what the Holy Spirit was trying to show me, the seriousness of what time we're living in right now. So I'm giving this to you all just as a warning. Prepare yourselves for whatever is coming. Prepare yourselves spiritually for whatever is coming. Prepare yourselves for your eternal, where you're going to spend eternity. I'm not saying nobody finna drop dead. Don't be saying Pastor Tarina said that. I didn't say that. I just said this is warning for us to prepare. And it's serious. And so let's not slack and think we have time when we really don't. You know, don't be like the what was it, 7 bridesmaids? They didn't some of them had the oil for their lamps. The other ones didn't. They weren't ready. We don't want to be that. The ones that weren't ready, it was too late. So I'm just releasing it to you as the Lord has given it to me as a dream. I'm releasing to you. You know what you need to do with it. Pray, encourage. Don't think you have tomorrow. Whatever you got going on, whatever your personal agendas are, that's fine. We're supposed to keep on working. We're supposed to keep on occupying. But the whole point is we have to prepare as if the day was the last day. That's how we're supposed to live our everyday life. So I'll just release that to you, and I hope this word encourages you. Well, not word, but this dream encourage you, or bear witness to what you have dreamed and what God has shown you. You know, it should be, we all should be saying the same thing, truly, if it's of God. So I release that to you, and I'm out of here.